Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Hello, and this is Notary Life with Kimmi, and today I am with the Notary Educators. I have Alexis here from Mobile Notary Services by Alexis.
Hello.
And Angela will hopefully join us soon. She was having some technical difficulties, so go ahead and start dropping your comments and your questions. And we'll get right into this. In the meantime, we'll tell you a little bit about ourselves, and welcome to Monday Mentor. Notary Monday Mentor. So we are here to answer all your questions for you. Hey, Angela. And I am Kimmi. As you guys know, I have this YouTube channel. I have other courses. We'll talk about that a little bit. But our main purpose is to help notaries to be the best that they can. And whatever that looks like for your business, we want to assist you. So we will answer all your questions. So Alexis, you can tell a little bit about yourself.
My name is Alexis. I own Mobile Notary Services by Alexis. I've been a notary and loan signing agent for quite some time now. And I am so excited to answer some questions and help people out, because I know when I first started, and even now, we all run into some things that might need answering. So let's see what we got today.
Yes. Well, thank you all for your greetings. I hope everyone had a great day off.
Yes.
And we had a snow here in Atlanta, so that was a little change for us. We're actually originally from up north, so we thought we had left that. So I hope you guys were safe wherever you were. If there aren't any questions, anybody got their first question, we can go ahead and get started. And while we wait for our questions, I am also a loan signing agent, not just a notary. Actually, the two are interchangeable. Basically, I have a little more training to do loan signing. I have my mobile notary business, which I do also I-9s and fingerprinting. I do a little bit of everything in my business, and I always recommend everyone else have a well-rounded notary business. So don't be shy with your questions. We're here until about 9. So whatever you want to ask, do not hesitate. Hi, General Tamara, Erica, Kalani, Cassandra, Pamela, Jaletta, everyone. Welcome. Celeste, Unlimited Impact, Shirley, Tyler, Dorisa, Angela. Hopefully got everyone. So no questions yet. So Alexis, why don't you tell us a little bit about your business?
So I am a notary first. I got into being a notary. That was the first thing I did, and that led me to trying to look for different ways to use my stamp, different things I could put under my business. What else can I do as being a notary? That led me to being a loan signing agent. Being a notary, I realized, okay, you just don't stamp papers all day. You can do plenty of other things with a lot of research and things like fingerprints, stuff like that. It's really crazy how many things that we can do with that one stamp.
So we do have a couple of questions. We'll go ahead. Alexis, you want to start our questions for us?
Yeah. So first one I see is, what memberships do you recommend, like the NNA, and what others?
So I know for a fact the NNA, the $69 a month, is an excellent plan for you, especially as a new notary. If you have a lot of questions, because they're open on the West Coast time, so they'll answer all of your notary questions. They don't answer loan signing questions, but anything notary related, they'd be more than happy to assist you with. So I would maybe pay for that. I'm not too big on paying a lot of things monthly. I think with proper training, you won't need a lot of monthly memberships. That's just how I feel. That's my personal opinion. proper training eliminates a lot of extra money. So you might have to pay a little bit on the front end, but once you get that under your belt, I actually pay, only thing I pay monthly for right now is signing order. That's $2.99 per month. And that's part of my signing order. I mean, my signing agent business. Okay. We'll move on. Okay. Unless you wanted to add something, Alexis.
No, I was gonna say kind of what you said. I don't really pay for anything notary wise. Most of the things I pay for was just a couple things like signing order is more so towards the loan signing aspect. I hope that answered the question as far as membership. So I don't really pay for a lot of different things when it comes to being a notary.
Yes.
So the next question I see is from Tyler. If a customer asks for what a document does, how do you know what to say to them to make sure you don't say anything wrong, that they can come back and sue you? That's my greatest fear.
I would be afraid of that too, Tyler.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess it's more so, are they asking about what their document does? Because then, I mean, they're bringing their document to you. I would hope that they would know what's going on in their document. It's not really for us to say. We're not a lawyer. We're not giving legal advice or anything like that. So I would just make sure that they understand that going into it. I can't give you legal advice about what this document does. I'm here to identify you and, stamp your paper. And that's really the only thing I could really say as far as that.
And also, Tyler, you don't want to cross the line, unauthorized practice of law.
Yeah.
What that is called. So you will find a lot of times they will ask you questions out there. They will say, well, do I need a power of attorney or do I need a will? And when it comes to end of life matters, they might even say, would you put a plug on yourself? Do you think I should do that? So we don't want to answer any questions like that. As Alexis stated before, I make it very clear what my role is. As the notary, I'm here to identify you. I cannot give you legal advice. And if you do that, you don't have to be fear. You don't have to have any fear. You can go out there and be able to be a great notary and not cross the line. Okay. Let's see here.
All right, so next thing I see is from Lisa, and she said it was continued, but I don't see the original post. She said, come back, I agree, but should I have asked for another fee? Lisa, if you can put back in the comments your original question. I don't see the first part of the question.
Yes, add that for us. And then we want to welcome everyone to Notary Mentor Mondays. Yes. For those of you who are just joining us, we'll continue with our questions. We want to answer as many as we can.
So next one I see is from Kalani. I hope I'm pronouncing names correctly. I just recently received my commissions in Alabama, and I don't know where to start. Well, congratulations.
Yes.
Personally, I would say, first things first, know what you can do in your state. Start there. Get your notary handbook from the state of Alabama. Read it front and back. Make sure you understand the contents of it. And then that'll kind of tell you like prices you can set, so forth. It'll kind of give you a basis for what you can do as a notary in the state of Alabama. And from there, you can start marketing, getting your name out there, creating that Google My Business page. First and foremost, that's the first thing I would suggest anyone to do. You got to get that code first, which takes a couple days. So do that first. Sign up for that code and start getting your name out there. Market. They won't know about you until you put yourself out there. And yeah, anything you want to add, Kimmy?
Yes. And Miss Kalani, before you do anything, you want to make sure you're properly trained. Most states will give you a commission and they have no training. They'll give you the commission and a handbook. So if you are unsure of what a jurat or acknowledgement is, do not start stamping documents. If you do not have your proper insurance, you would not drive a car without insurance. You do not stamp documents without the proper coverage. Okay. So first of all, you need some training. If you need any assistance with that, check us out, notaryeducatorsllc.com. We will help you to not only be a great notary, but also to build your business. It's step by step. And it won't happen overnight, but it can happen. Okay. It takes a little time. All right. Next.
All right. So next question I see is from Star. Would you ever add a wedding officiant to your business? Why or why not?
How about you, Alexis?
Personally, I'm busy with everything I have going on. So no, I feel like that would take a little bit more my time because I would have to kind of drive to wherever they're at. I mean, that's just me personally. That's the only reason I wouldn't right now is because I'm a little busy. And I know that would take a little bit more of my time. What about you, Kimmy?
Yeah, for myself, it's just not something I've thought about adding. I do have quite a bit of services I offer too, but I'm all about adding as many services as you can. I believe that's a huge responsibility for myself. I'm not willing to invest that kind of time because you want to make sure the couple really, it's not your responsibility, but you don't want to just go out there and sign and stuff. You want to kind of maybe meet with them and make sure, you know, you feel that they're right for each other. So as a notary, you take on a lot of roles. You're not a marriage counselor by any means. But for me and my business plan, it doesn't work. But I know a lot of people that are very successful. And if that's something you want to add, Star, I highly recommend it. I don't tell anyone not to add anything. Just make sure you're trained in what you're doing, whatever you do. Okay.
All right. And next question, what do you look for to notarize when you are not familiar with the document for general notary work? That is a great question. So I would start with my keywords. Who's the signer? Where is the signer signing? And look over the document. That's the first thing you want to do. Look over it a few times. Make sure you understand before you start having them sign, write things in, and you as well, you start signing, writing things in. Make sure you understand what's asked of from the document. And just follow the document. To me, it's as simple as that. Just read over it a few times, know your verbiage as far as like who's signing where. And from there, the document should tell you what to do if you're not familiar with it.
Yes, I always say never go to an appointment and just start stamping. I take a few minutes when I first get there, and my process is, and I'll actually just show you what I do. Hi, Mr. Smith. This is thank you so much for allowing me to be your notary today. And I grab their documents from them. I'm actually looking the document over, and then I'm finding where do I sign as the notary? Where is it all about me? And then before I even stamp, even though I know that's my section as the notary, I'm still reading the verbiage, making sure, am I putting the signer's name here or my name here? So you want to make sure before you just go out there and start stamping, you read the document. It's just like a recipe. It'll tell you exactly what it needs. If it needs 3 eggs or 2, if they need the signer here or the witness here or you. So make sure you take your time and read the document. So don't be afraid of any document. With proper training, you don't have to be afraid of any document. Okay.
All right, let's see who's next. So after training through my state's free 6-hour class, am I qualified to begin setting up a notary business with zero experience, or should I try to get a job or internship with the notary business first? So I love that question. It's kind of based off back to like what you do from the beginning. I would say if you took your state's free 6-hour class, you would have to kind of ask yourself, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with if somebody calls your phone right now, says, hey, I need a document notarized, are you comfortable with taking that call? You might be hesitant, of course, because you never, had a assignment yet, but do you know what might be asked? Have you seen an acknowledgement before? Have you seen what a jurar oath looks like? So I don't know what the free 6-hour class entail, but I would hope that it would have you feeling confident, and if you did get a call, you would kind of know what to expect and what things look like. And if you do, then I would say you're ready. I mean, you got to get your foot out there and kind of get going first. An internship, I don't really think you need an internship personally. If you know somebody in the area, like a notary buddy, and you want to go along and kind of see their process to get a vibe for how things might go, I mean, that would be awesome. If you had that opportunity, I would say that would be great. I did that actually before I started. I actually shadowed somebody and was able to see the process from beginning to end, which helped me out in the beginning. So I don't think you need an internship though. But what do you think, Kimmi? How about you?
And I don't even know that that's going to be an opportunity for you. There are not a lot of companies just saying, come and sit and watch our processes. Yeah. Even as a fellow notary, I take people as a witness with me, but for privacy reasons, most notaries are not going to be able just to let you shadow them. So again, with proper training, if you feel comfortable with your state 6-hour class, like Alexis said, and confident, you can go out there and complete the assignment, then go for it. But most training from most states do not equip you to be a great notary. And that looks like she already mentioned, Alexis. Do you know what a jurat is? An acknowledgement. Do you know what a witness is? What role they serve? So you need some basic training in order to fully execute your job. So I don't know of any internships out there or anybody that's going to just let you kind of practice on their clients. Because when you start snapping documents, it's pretty serious and you really want to know what you're doing. Okay. But that's good they had a 6 hour because most states have 0. So, yeah. And we passed Tyler. Tyler, if you put a little bit more information in there, it just says in a loan package. If you add a little bit more, hopefully we can get to your question. Okay. So we'll move on to Renee.
I wanted to add something. Yeah, if you could, I was a witness on the one I kind of shadowed. I was a witness on it. So if you can become a witness, if you know somebody who might need a witness, that would be awesome. But okay, so Renee, I got my Google My Business started and I have posts. What else should I add to the page just starting out? So with Google My Business, I always say you want to go through every single tab and make sure it is complete. Every piece of information you can add to that Google My Business page, you want to add it. Posts are great. Make sure you have your website up. You get a free one with Google, so make sure that's completely filled out, done. Make sure you have plenty of pictures showcasing you and showcasing what you do. That will be a great way for people when they do search for a notary in their area. They see a picture of you, they see a picture of documents, they see a picture of maybe like a setup or something. You kind of get what I'm saying. I feel like that'll give them a gist of, okay, I like this person. They have all these pictures. I know me personally, when I'm on Google, if you have your pictures and everything kind of visually satisfying to your consumer, I'm going to click you first. So just make sure you have a lot of pictures. And like I said, go by, it's like info posts, like each tab on that Google My Business page, make sure every last thing that you can complete is completed. And if you do that, you'll be ready to go.
Mm-hmm. And also, Renee, don't forget to ask every client for a review. I ask my general notary clients for a review. I ask my loan signing clients for a review because that's still my client, even though I'm working for the signing company. So I ask every single person. And just one more tip with that. If you ask the client for a review and you act as though it's serious, like I really need that review, they won't leave it. You'll hear me say all the time, just kind of casually as you're walking away, say, well, Mrs. Smith, it's been my pleasure. When I get to my next appointment or get a little time, I'm going to shoot you a review link if you'll fill it out for me. But if you act like you really need it, they won't do it. So ask every single person because some people won't fill it out. Most of them will, but some won't. And you can always check out my Google My Business video. I have 3 of them, actually. The importance of reviews. You can actually look at my Google page and Alexis's Google page and get you some tips, okay? But sounds like you're in the right direction. The more you have, the more visually they can see, the more you'll stand out. All right, next we have Jade.
All right. Hello, I plan on going on all in with general notary. Would you recommend to get experience from general notary work for the general public or focus on notarization using estate planning? Thank you in advance. So I personally say do it all. I say whatever comes your way, do it. Now, I'm not saying if you realize, that you want your business to be more focused on something, you do what's best for you. But in the beginning, I say do whatever comes your way. General notary, estate planning, everything. Do it. You want to be well versed.
Right. And a lot of times estate planning will be part of your general notary. You might find a couple of attorneys that you work with specifically who focus on estate planning, but those estate planning documents will be part of your general notary work, which consists of a will, power of attorney, things of that sort. So all of that is considered general notary, all of that. And I'm like Alexis, I put my hands in everything. I do general notary, loan signing, as I stated earlier when we first started, I-9s, fingerprinting, apostille. I do everything because you want a well-rounded business. Mm-hmm. You don't want all of your eggs. So when the market does become a little bit slower, and it will, no worries, because I have general notary people calling me, or I have somebody calling me for fingerprinting. So all day long, my phone is not ringing for any one category. But when my phone ring, I could do whatever they need. And that's what you want to be, okay? That's the type of notary you want to be. let's move on to Erica.
Hello, thank you for hosting this session. Where do you buy your supplies from, specifically for printer, toner, and drum? You are so welcome, Erica. Thank you for joining us. Kimmi, I feel like you have all the good stuff with the printers and toners.
Yeah, so we get everything from Amazon. We are Amazon people. Jeff Bezos need to give me some money.
Yeah.
So we get everything from Amazon. I order my stamps from Amazon, my notary stamps, every single one of them. I have about 7 of them, different stamps. I order all of those, all of our printer, paper, everything comes from Amazon. Everything. Yep. Moving on.
Unlimited impact. Is it worth buying loan document source book from the NNA?
I bought the book actually. So I guess I could talk to that. I did buy the book and I was going to show you guys. It's sitting on my bookshelf. So what that book though, it has 5 different of the most common packages that you'll see as a loan signing agent. There's a refi, a home equity. I believe there's a reverse mortgage. It's 5 types. Pretty big book about like that size. With proper training, honestly, I don't think you need that book. I've opened it once when I first bought it. It's about $55 or $60. You can get that. You used to be able to buy it on Amazon. That's where I got mine from. But if you do buy it, it's like $60. So I don't necessarily recommend you get it. With proper training, I don't think you need it. I really don't. If you just want to have it, but the book is so big, that's my opinion.
All right.
So let me go back to that. Because, when you're first starting, you want to have everything that's out there. And that's kind of what I did. I was like, I got to get that book. I got to get this. I got to get that. And then when you really get into it, you realize, I ain't need all that stuff. So.
And if you know the different type of like loan packages, I personally, the Google internet is your best friend. It's all out there. All you have to do is Google it and find it, research, and you don't really need to pay money. I mean, if you are the type of person who, you like everything to be kind of set in stone, then yeah, but if you can get out there and kind of piece it together, use the internet, all of it's out there already, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's nice to have it if you want it. And it's only $50, $60. It's an investment in you, okay?
Yeah.
So all things Nada Jane or Nada Jane?
All right. I did 3 notary jobs thus far. Congratulations.
Yes.
I did not fill out a jurat or an acknowledgement. Did I do anything wrong?
Okay, so I'm going to have to push back on that. Can you tell us what did you do at the job if you didn't fill out something? I'm just curious because we need a little more information on that. Because normally every job I've ever had, there was something to fill out unless I was doing a fingerprinting job or an apostille, but most documents either require a jurat or acknowledgement or an oath of some sort. So let us get a little bit more information. I'd love to answer that question for you, okay? So Thea Princess.
Yeah, Princess. When offering apostille services, do you actually stamp the document before sending it to the originating state or just package everything and they will stamp it?
Okay, so I'll take that one because I do the apostille. So you actually depend. Some documents you receive as an apostille agent will already be stamped by another notary, and you're actually just a carrier taking it to your Secretary of State and still making all the money. There are other times when you will be the notary on a document, and then you take it to the Secretary of State. So it just depends on if they already had the document notarized or not. So you don't even have to be a notary to be an apostille agent, but that's why it's highly recommended. Just in case a document does need to be notarized, you notarize it and then you take it to the Secretary of State. Okay. And I do have 3 videos on apostille services. I highly recommend it. One of them, I take you a day in the life of an apostille agent. So I'm running around like crazy. The other one, I'm answering frequently asked questions about the apostille service. And the third one is actually how to do it. I take you step by step how to do it. So it's a few processes. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it does take a little bit of training, just a little bit. You can self-teach yourself. That's what I did. It took me months to do my first one, but I have no regrets. I wish I had started earlier is my only regret because that's some good money in apostille. All right. And one more question from Ms. Thea. What was it?
Yeah. Would you recommend becoming incorporated and joining your local chamber of commerce?
I'll take that one too. So as far as the way to set up your business, I think that's something you'll have to decide. That's not going to be necessary in order to start your business. But eventually you do want to decide if you want to be an LLC, what form of incorporation you're looking to do. As far as joining the local chamber of commerce, I've heard a lot of people say that they have success with that. Again, I'm not big on paying a lot of money monthly or annually for things. So I'm not a member and I do pretty well in my business. So that would be a personal decision also. If you think it would benefit you and you want to network in that fashion, sure. But is it necessary? I don't think so. I think with a built up Google My Business page, a good name in the neighborhood, you'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Next.
All right. Hello from Atlanta, Georgia. Hello.
ATL.
They said Kimmi's signing video was a major help.
Oh, the wheel video. Oh, my pleasure. Yes. I have one on wheels. I have one on power of attorneys. Thank you so much. And then what brand of paper? Sharia, I'll just answer that really quick. That I get the cheapest I can find.
Yeah.
And I get Walmart normally have a box of it. Now with everything being so high due to supplies, they have a $28 box and it has like 10 rings in there, and that's what I always get. Yeah. Sometimes I have to run to more than one Walmart to find it though, because I don't know if everybody else knows my secret. But it does not have to be a name brand. It does not have to be a certain weight.
And then Erica, anyone have Square? What type of payment methods do you use? I recommend.
Oh, I love Square. That's why I'm doing it. I love Square. I have a Square. So you have two options with Square. You can get the kind that sticks into your phone, or they actually have a contactless unit now. And it usually comes in a set now for like $37 at Costco. So Square is my preferred method of payment. I also use Cash App. And cash, of course. I do not take checks unless it's from a person like with a trust. That's how I accept payment. What about you, Alexis?
Same, Cash, Square, Zelle, Apple Pay. That's the only ones I use.
Okay. And Erica had another question about the Google website.
Does Google give free website? Yes. So the only thing you have to pay for with that website is your domain, which is $12. It's $12 if you have like how do I say it? Like a regular
a .com. Now I do recommend that. Yes, that is one thing I do pay for annually, and I recommend everybody do that. It makes you just look more professional. So instead of none better, I don't even know what another one would be because I just decided to do the .com. But .com just makes you look more professional. So you can buy that on your Google. The free page is $12 per year to own your own domain.
But when you first set the Google free website up, they give you a domain, but it's not your name your name.com or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what you're paying for. Yeah, you're paying for your business name. So I do recommend that $12 per year.
Yeah, that's the only thing you pay for. You create the free website though.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Renee. It's our pleasure. And then we'll move on to that poll.
Hello, everyone. Brand new notary, 3 days in. Yay, congratulations. Is there a reference guide we can purchase to help walk through? So for general notary work, I suggest training. I'm assuming, so I suggest training one, and then also your handbook for your state. We offer training. You can go to notaryeducatorsllc.com. We have a notary basics A to Z class. That's amazing. You will be very, very prepared to start stamping documents after you take our class. Mm-hmm. And then make sure you read your state handbook beginning to end.
Yes, a state handbook. So you have a couple of reference guides for you. NatPo 72 is your state handbook. You can get the primer from the NNA, and that's going to be like a simplified version of your state handbook. And then proper training, as Alexis was just mentioning. I think this will be a good time, guys, to make a couple of announcements. You may have already heard about this, but I actually wrote a couple courses, actually. The first course is Notarize Like a Pro. It's not that complicated. And that's more like an express how to notarize properly, acknowledgments, directs, and it's like you and I sitting in a room, and I'm teaching you how to do those from beginning to end, okay? The second course is I-9. I-9. Again, it's not that complicated. That's the name of the course. And that's so a person can add I-9 to their notary business, because one I-9 in the field, if someone calls you about it and you don't know how to do it, you just cost yourself $50 and up. So you might want to check that course out. Again, it's just like you and I sitting in a room talking. I go over several different types of ID to show you how to complete that form correctly. And also I had a fingerprinting course that I just introduced also. I always tell you to do everything you can. So again, with the fingerprinting course, it's not that complicated. I take you step by step how to complete the card, how to actually roll. I came up with a creative way to do all this online, guys. So check out that course also. And in my ebook, if you have not got that yet, Start Your Notary Business. It's not that complicated. So everything we do is not that complicated. So we have the express course. We do have our live training classes. We do those about 2 per month on each class. We do 2 of the basic classes, A to Z, and then 2 long signing classes every month. And all of that information that we just talked about can be found at notaryeducatorsllc.com. So check us out.
Please check us out.
Okay. So let's get back to our questions.
All right.
We are on Frank, correct?
Yes. Mobile notary from LA 9 Lower, Alabama.
Okay. Hey,
Frank. Hey, Frank.
Okay. Then we got Erica. Estate planning. Why don't I take that one? So your estate planning documents, Erica, will again consist of like a medical power of attorney, a general power of attorney sometimes, and that's just giving someone else the right to make decisions for you. It'll also include did I say medical? I said financial. Financial is someone taking over your finances in case you cannot. Medical is someone making the medical decisions for you in the event you're incapacitated. You cannot make your own medical decisions, and all of that together consists of estate planning. If you have children, it would include who's going to take care of your children for you. So that's estate planning. Okay. All right. Next. Okay. Let's see. Miss Sandra, how often do I get a apostille request? It's so funny because sometimes I'll get one every day, and then it might be a week or so when I don't get one, period. So I would say maybe about 4 per month. Right now, it may be more sometimes. That's why it's just so hard. And that's why I do everything. I'm not sitting waiting for my phone to ring for apostilles. I'm not. I do everything. So Angela actually is so funny. And that's going to be depending on where you're located. So she's our other trainer is about 10 miles up the road. Not even. And she's been getting them every single day. So she's had some good months doing apostille. But that's why for myself, I really teach everyone to know a little bit about everything. And that way, when that phone ring, if they call you, just say if you don't know anything about apostille, you just cost yourself easily $175 and up. So that means they're going to call me or Angela because you don't know anything about it. So even if you don't get it every day, you don't get I-9 every day, that's okay. But when my phone ring, I'm getting that $60, $50 or whatever. You see what I mean? So you may not get it every single day, but know how to do it. Okay. And let's see, Miss Celeste.
So Celeste had a question about fingerprinting. Do you have to take a course or be certified to do fingerprinting? I am in the state of Georgia. Thank you.
No, you do not have to take a course, Celeste, with anything. None of this that we're talking about tonight, you have to take a course, except long signing. You must go through the NNA for certain parts of that. But fingerprinting, no. The ink fingerprinting is available in all 50 states. You do know how to have to fill out that card. You do have to know how to fill out the card. You do have to know how to roll a print because you don't want your prints rejected. So yeah, you wouldn't just go out and start fingerprinting. I would not recommend that. So the course that I have is very succinct. It will take you through every part of that process. There are other courses out there, so I'm not saying mine is the only one. I think mine is the most affordable, and I've priced all of the courses for affordability. So we're not trying to get rich, but I want you to get the information. And after you do 1 or 2 fingerprintings, actually one will pay for the course. So they're very reasonably priced. So yes, in all 50 states, you can do ink fingerprinting. There is something called live scan. I'll just touch on that, and that's electronic. So when someone calls me as a notary and they're asking for fingerprinting, I always ask them, do you need the electronic method or do you need the old-fashioned ink and card? And they'll let you know because normally the company have let them know what they need. They've given them the card. If they're traveling, they have the card. Okay.
All right, next, I'm going to impact. Thanks. I will take y'all advice and I will pass on it. All right. And Mackenzie, hi guys, I'm in New York and I never bought a training. I went to Google University. I just started in Move and I'm on my 200th signing.
Yes, very good. Wow. Very good.
Wow, yeah. That's amazing.
Yes, you can learn a lot on YouTube and Google. We highly recommend it. So when you think about courses, though, I'll just say this. For some people, if you don't have time to write down and say, okay, I need A, B, C, I need all these 10 different things to learn, then that's when you're going to start paying for your courses. You want to pick the right course so you're not a continual student for the rest of your life, because I don't teach that. Whatever you need to learn, you're going to learn it with us in that one course. That's it. It might be a few things you don't know because you won't see every document from around the world. But we teach processes where you're going to be just fine. So, yeah, if you can self-teach yourself, go for it. It took me months to learn. I mean, months and months, almost a year to learn certain things. So if you can do that, you have that kind of time, fine. But if you're the person that's looking for a good training program without all the fluff, just like I do on my YouTube videos, that's how we all teach. You won't walk away saying, I think she meant maybe I should. No, you will know what to do. Okay. Very good. So let's go to Shasi.
Do you recommend purchasing the extra loose leaves from the NNA?
Again, Shasi, as you can tell, I'm not big on spending a whole lot of extra money on things that I can get for free. So I recommend you go to your state. If you're already a member of the NNA, sure, download those free loose leaf certificates. Okay, download them because you're paying for it. But if you're not, and your state website will have those available to you, just go to your state, click on acknowledgments. I usually recommend printing like 10 of each or 10 of any of the extra documents that you may need. I create a little folder and I have all of my items. So when I go to a signing, if the verbiage is not there, I can just pull it out or I can stamp it. Okay, you have a couple options there depending on what state you're in. And Erica says she does PayPal. Okay, cool. All right, we'll go to Oregon. What's the question for
Oregon? Oregon is promoting the remote online notary option due to COVID. What online platform do you recommend subscribing to for an individual notary? And why do you recommend that one?
So we actually are in states that do not allow you to do remote online notary, but I have several videos on it. So check it out. I have 2 different videos on remote online notary. I think remote online notary is a great tool to add to your business. Again, I'm that notary where when it comes to Georgia, I'm going to be doing it. Okay. However, really, really, really check out your platforms because so many of them have so many different fees. And I'm just going to go over just a couple of them. So one of the fees is when you call someone or you online and those little question, what is it called? KB, knowledge-based answers. You online and it say, have you ever lived at 444 Knowledge Street or whatever? And you answer that question. Well, you pay for that as a remote online notary. And if I, as a client, do not know the answer, you still pay for that and you haven't made any money. That's just one example. Or also you pay a monthly fee just to be on their platform and you still haven't made any money. Or you have to bring your clients over to the platform. So you're paying a monthly fee to be on the platform. You're praying that you can bring some clients over there. And then they want a cut of that also. So just really do your due diligence and pick a platform that will work for you. And don't forget, you have additional fees included in that. You have to buy a headset. You have to buy equipment. You have to have the right computer. Sometimes certain security levels. Your state also has fees. You can't just use a regular notary stamp. So it's a lot of things that go into remote online notary that you just must be aware of. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next question, Kimmi. Could you please take some time to discuss your course offerings for new and experienced notaries?
Oh, sure. So really quick, I do, like I said, I have the online courses. The Notarize Like a Pro will go over how to notarize documents, acknowledgments, jurats. We go over ID, when to decline a notarization. It covers quite a bit. So the description for each course is actually at Notary Educators LLC. The description is right there. Then I have the I-9 course, which again will help you how to complete an I-9 and add that to your business. Then we have the fingerprinting course, which will show you how to do fingerprinting step by step. And all of those courses include how to price your jobs. Now, I don't go into that with Notarize Like a Pro because I'm actually teaching you the good foundation. But our live courses would be Notary Basics A to Z. And in that course, we teach you how to notarize documents. We teach you how to price your jobs, how to set up your Google My Business page, what pertinent information is needed, and also pricing, how to set up your Google page. What else, Alexis? It was so much. But those live courses are 3 hours long. That's for the basic. And then I'll let Alexis tell you about the loan signing because she and I teach that one together. And then Angela and myself teach the Notary Basics. So, would you like to tell us, Alexis? I keep saying Angela because Angela was with me last week. Alexis, tell us about the loan signing course.
Yeah, so our loan signing course is for if you're just starting out, if you want a refresher, it covers everything. So we're going over different packages. What are the different packages? There's so many out there, and I feel like a lot of people really don't know what to expect when it comes to different packages. They kind of know sellers, buyers, but there are plenty of more that you might get or get an opportunity to take. So we put that in there. We go over actually like an actual mock signing with you, what that looks like if you were using a third party. And we also go over documents that we feel like are critical within loan packages that you might see, kind of explaining them and little key points that you don't want to miss on these permanent documents. We go over so much in that class.
Yeah, documents go over the how to sign it with signing companies, what to do if a signer is a slow signer, if they're a fast signer, everything you would need to know to be in a real environment. Our classes are virtual. And again, each of them are 3 hours long and they're live. We do take a couple breaks and they're just amazing. Actually, if you really want to know, check out our website again, notaryeducatorsllc.com. And we have student reviews, live reviews there. So just check out the videos. If not those, I have a whole training playlist of reviews on my YouTube channel. So people are actually learning, applying, and growing their business. Okay. And we keep it reasonable after. Yeah, ready to go and reasonably priced. So we hope we'll see you in the class soon. Unfortunately, the book is not on paperback. I ran into a little snag. It had to be a little bit longer for me to put it on Amazon paperback. So right now it's still just an ebook. So unfortunately, it's not. Sorry about that. Renee,
how do you access this free website? So when you go into you've received your code from Google that verifies like you're an actual business, actual person, actual address. You put that code into Google. Now you have access to your full Google My Business page. You can actually how do I say it? You can actually make things kind of permanent. You have access when you first sign up, but that code actually unlocks it in a sense. So once you type that code in, you're ready to go. It'll be a spot on the left-hand side that says website. You click on that and you can make your domain. You can change the website. You can play around with it. It's a template. It's already set up. You just have to kind of fill it in with all your information, pictures, summaries. Mm-hmm. Your reviews will go there automatically. Your Google reviews. So any reviews or anything like that, it'll automatically go into there. Anything you do within Google, posts, pictures, all of that, it'll automatically be on that website. Mm-hmm. So if you're in post, and I apologize if you're not familiar with Google My Business, but if you're in post within Google My Business, anything you do there, it'll automatically pop up on that website. So it's a great tool, and it's a way for your customers to see everything in one area that you're doing on your Google My Business page.
And that's the number one way to receive business, number one. So if you look at my videos and you still have questions, Alexis does offer one-on-one to help you build that website. And people have been successful once she helps them. So I have a lot of free information out there. Again, look at our video, my videos, and then look at our websites, our personal websites. And then that'll help you too. Okay. So that's how you do that. Oh, thank you, Real Master. Love these sessions. We love doing them too. Let us know because we're just trying it out for January. If everyone loves these, we will continue Notary Monday Mentor. We love it. We love it. Okay, then we have another thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you to fingerprinting video. Yeah, my mommy was in that video with me. Shouts out to Bobby Jean. All right, thank you. Let's see. Oh, thanks for buying the book. Yes, we do offer individual classes. That would be Angela and Alexis that do our individual classes. I do more of the group training. But yes, we do offer individual. But I think you'll find that with the group, it's so tailored to what everyone needs. If it take us a little longer than 3 hours, we don't need to everybody get what they need. So you might be okay with the group class too. And I like the group because you have so much interaction, because we teach all 50 states, not just Georgia. We teach all 50. Because being a notary, all of your documents are not going to just come from your state. If you're in Alabama, you will receive documents from California. You will receive documents from out the world. That's why the apostille thing, right? So they might come from India. They might come from Africa. So you just need to know how to be an overall good notary, not just based on what state you live in, because 90% of your documents won't even come from your state. So you need to know how to handle that. Okay, so we teach all 50. I just want to make that clear. And then we'll move on to Thai Dong. Aside from the classes, do you have mentoring courses? So let's talk about mentorship right quick, guys. This is my tangent, so they're going to have to pull me back. I'm going to be brief because I want to get to some more of the questions. But really, a lot of times people ask for mentorship is that they need training. So I believe in training you properly, and you don't have to pay someone $50, $60, $100 for the rest of your life for mentorship. With proper training, you should be able to fly. You should be able to fly. You're not going to know everything when you first start, and that's what training does for you. Mentorship is a one-off. I got this document. Oh, man, I call Alexis. I say, girl, I don't know what this is. I never saw that before. But I'm not calling Alexis asking her, what kind of ID should I use? Can I use a California ID and I'm in Georgia? Can I use an expired ID? I'm not calling her with that kind of question. When I call her, it's something like, I've never seen it before. It's the craziest thing ever, or a crazy situation. Okay, so that's why, do we offer mentorship? We do. Angela would be our person to do mentorship. Alexis does mentorship. I personally do not do any of the mentorship. I do the training. So what does that look like if you did take mentorship with Angela? She would do like 4 sessions with you after training. And then, if you had anything out there in the field that was, different or you need help with, she would help you. But we offer that anyway. So we don't really have a lot of mentor courses. Once you take one of our classes, you're with us. We have a group chat that we allow you to participate in. And if you want to drop something in there, if you're stuck on an assignment, we just help you. Okay. You have access to 3 trainers, myself, Alexis, and Angela, all 3 of us. So we're always available. Now we do work. So that's why we use the chat feature. You can drop it in there. The other notaries have also been trained, so they help each other and kind of chime in. No, don't do this, do that. And if it's something I think kind of going awry, then I'll make sure that, we jump in there and handle it. Yeah. So you may not need mentorship. You might need training. Let's think about it. Okay. I have a video on that too. Watch it. It's really good. Actually, that's Alexis and myself. I was going to say that's yeah. Alexis and I are talking about that. We do a nice little chat about that. Do I need mentorship or do I need training? Because I hear the word mentor all day long. I need a mentor. Can you mentor me? I want to train you. I have people say sometimes, can I send you my Cash App? Send me your Cash App and can you answer this question for me? No, I don't want your money. I want to train you to be a good notary. Now, if you just want to send me something on Cash App, you can, but I'm going to answer your one question, or you don't have to send me something for me to answer your question. We're not those people.
But we do have that group me. That's probably the same thing, in my opinion. It's just as valuable. After you take our classes, you're added to the group me, and any questions you have, any documents, anything you want to say, you put it in there, and we all get back to you or the other notaries. So that's a great tool. We do offer that.
Yes, and I'm all about helping everybody. The other notary is not the competition. We should help each other.
No,
We should help each other. Will this Q&A be available? Yes, it will. It will be available. I'm going to go a little bit, Alexis, so because I saw a couple questions. What is the cost to do the electronic fingerprinting? So that's called live scan, and that's normally an investment into a machine. And what that is, it's like a square box, and it's electronic. So instead of the ink and the cards, it reads your fingerprint electronically, just like a radiology kind of thing. Like if you were having a CAT scan or something, it reads your fingers and then fingerprints, and then it sends it off to wherever it needs to go. With ink fingerprinting, once you do the ink fingerprinting, they take the card with them. You have nothing else to do with it. You ID them, you roll the prints, fill out the card, write in your journal or whatever record keeping you want to use, and that's the end of it. Okay. The electronic starts with the initial investment of $500. And you can check out that. It's called Live Scan. Okay. And Zandra says, hey guys, I'm a big fan of your content. I'm preparing to start my business. I'm stuck at building my website part and I'm not tech savvy at all. Zandra, check out Notary Educators LLC and send us a note with your information, and I'll have Alexis to contact you. Okay. And she'll see what she can do for you. Just a couple of tips. And if you need an actual session with her, you can see if you can get on her calendar. Okay. And we, again, everything we do, guys, we keep it affordable because we want you all to win. We want everyone to win. And let's see. Do you have one general notary log or separate logs for loan signings? You want to handle that, Alexis?
Yeah. So personally, I use a journal for my general notary work. I don't put my loan signings in my journal at all. For loan signings, I keep a log on SnapDocs. Everything I do, general notary and loan signings, I put on there. It keeps tally of everything I do, how much it was. Any information you can put in SnapDocs. So I use SnapDocs for everything. Sometimes I might miss some things from general notary just because I always have my journal. So it kind of just depends. I try to put everything on SnapDocs because it's just one easy way for me to have everything in one place. But like I said, sometimes I forget because I always have my journal. So yeah, I don't really keep separate, but it just depends.
So I do have one journal. Within that one journal, I keep my things simple. Everything I do is simple. So I have one journal. Within that journal is my general notary work, is my fingerprinting, is my apostille when I have them drop it off, when I pick it up from them, what kind of document it was. My journal is my diary to my notary world. I put everything in there. I also use Notary Gadget because it helps me to price jobs. So if I took a job for $50, Notary Gadget will help me to see, okay, well, you spent this much on paper, this much on, it'll break it down for you. So I love that. And like Alexis, I also use SnapDocs. I take everything from my journal, especially when you're first getting started. This is a little tip for my loan signing people out there. Take everything from your general notary and add it to your SnapDocs because it helps with your count of assignments that you had. So some people say, well, I haven't had any loan signings, so they won't call me. That's okay. You have been doing signings in the general notary space. So you're going to take those signings and add them over to SnapDocs. So that's another extra process, but we're trying to grow our business. Okay. Everything is not going to be easy for us. So it may take a little extra. Okay. So yeah, I think most states you can just have the one journal. And if your state requires you to have something separate for loan signings and then something separate for fingerprinting and something separate for this, that's what you need to follow first. But if not, one and done. And I use the Integrity Journal, which has one nice big page for all of the like extra stuff I want to write. Did they have a cat? Did they have a dog? Was it raining? Who was at the signing? So a journal is very important. Okay. Miss Tanya says, thank you guys so much. Thank you. She's learning a lot. Thank you, Miss Tanya. Appreciate your support. Miss Renee says she's in Missouri. What do you suggest for keeping track of income taxes? The same thing we were just talking about. Notary Gadget, SnapDocs is free. Good way to keep up with how much you're spending. Okay.
And always refer back to like professional tax preparer, whoever you use for your taxes. If you do your own taxes, just make sure you run it by somebody just to make sure, everything's correct with information.
Yes, because we are not tax professionals, but those are good tools to help you to manage your business out there. I think we got a follow-up for you, Alexis. Which website builder did you use?
So for the website, it's on Google My Business. It's literally built into Google My Business. You just go line by line. It'll say summary body. You can add pictures, so forth and so forth, and it'll create you a website.
And that one is actually free. If you did decide you want to pay a little something, I love GoDaddy. That's my new thing because it's so easy to maneuver. I just love it. So yeah, if you really wanted to go a little bigger, but always go free. My main business for my notary business is through Google, and that's free. Just look at our pages and you'll see, oh, I could do it for free. Check it out. And then Celeste says, thanks for answering. Definitely want to take some courses. Get a lot of great information. Oh, it's our pleasure, Miss Celeste. If you want a free phone call, everybody on here, anybody, even for our replay people, if you want a free phone call, notaryeducatorsllc.com. Either myself, Alexis, or Angela, we will return your phone call and just see where you are in your notary business, what your next step should be. Because we don't just throw you in a class. We need to know, where are you? Are you just starting out? Are you wanting to add services? We need to know a little bit about you before you just start paying money. Because we don't want you calling us later saying, girl, I took that class, and we need to know where you belong in the class. Okay. What's your next step should be. So we have a 10-minute call, 15-minute. Many of you have already experienced our phone call, so it's our pleasure. Let's see. We'll move along. Sandra, what Ron platform? We kind of talked about that earlier. We're not in Ron states, so we cannot, but I tell you to do your due diligence, and I have a couple videos on what to look for as far as pricing and platforms, okay? Because it can get kind of pricey. Another Google question, Alexis. What is that one?
How can I get my Google page to show up on the first page when someone searches notary in my area? Also, any marketing tips? So first and foremost, the only way you can really push your Google My Business page like that is to pay. So when someone searches for notaries in my area, a whole bunch of people might come up. I'll say to stand out, you can make sure you have a lot of reviews, make sure you have pictures. Reviews will be probably that key thing to stand out amongst everybody in your area. If this person has 2 stars, 2 reviews, and you have 5 stars, 10, 15, 16, 50 reviews, the people are going to gravitate more towards you. So make sure you get those reviews, and make sure you have those pictures. And if you would like to, you can go ahead and pay. Google does offer, click ads. You pay based off of who visits your website and who calls you, who clicks on you, basically. And that's one sure way to get you out there and get you to be at the top is by paying. You don't have to pay, but if you really want to be first, then yeah, you got to pay.
And you will grow organically, Erica. It just takes a little time. The main thing with that, again, is reviews. Any marketing tips? Yes, ma'am. I'm going to recommend that you market to everyone. If you watch, I have several videos on marketing. If you notice, I have my t-shirts with my business on it. I have magnets. I have business cards. I leave those everywhere. Now I buy those by the 1500s. I used to buy like 100 at a time, but now I leave 3 or 4 with everybody. My general notary, you want to be the go-to notary, nursing homes, hospitals, front desk. When you go to those places, they usually won't let you in right now. And that sounds something like, hey, I'm Kimberly. I'm a mobile notary. It'd be my pleasure to help your clients. I know sometimes they can't get out. I'd love to come to them. Something like that. Barbershops. You say, well, they don't need me. They may not, but their client, barbershops is where stuff happen, right? So they're saying, man, a notary? I need a notary today. And he'll say, oh, yeah, this girl was in here last week, or this young man was in here. So I'm leaving cards with everyone. Thank you, Unlimited Impact. You've taken a few of our courses. It's been our pleasure to be a part of your journey. Thank you for that shout out. How to get in touch with Alexis about the Google page. Again, everything goes to notaryeducatorsllc.com. Just fill out the contact page and she will definitely get back with you, okay?
I will.
The next few questions are about LLC, so I'm going to handle those and we'll probably be wrapping it up, okay? We try to keep it at an hour. The next few questions I'm going to say, so let's see. Can we get a video on how to obtain your LLC? So that, oh, dog, I wanted to tell you, I have a video on how to do your LLC, or do you even need it to get started? So I don't have an actual video on that, Miss Sharia. I'll push back on you to do a little bit homework on that because, again, we're not tax professionals. So, but I do have a video on that. Do you need it to get started? So just do a little bit of homework on that. I believe it's Shauna. Shauna, and she's having some health issues. The notary has a YouTube channel. I followed her actual channel and did my LLC with what she recommended. I want to say it's called Ink File. I really can't remember, but check out Shauna. She has a video on that LLC. Okay. If you reach out to me, I'll try to get it to you, but you can go to her website. Her channel. And then let's see, we have Dylan, same thing with LLC. Should a notary have their LLC first prior to creating the Google business page, or can you create that later? So my steps I highly recommend is you can always add the LLC, because that costs a lot of money in most states, $200, $300, $400 to establish your LLC, and you haven't made any money yet. So come up with a good business name. And then before you start doing your LLC, make sure that's the name that you want. And then you can add the LLC to the name that you really want to have permanently. Because once you start paying that LLC money, you want to make sure you got the right name. You don't want to come back and change it. So something with mobile notary in it, if you can, is always a plus. So take a little time to do homework before you just start dishing it out on that LLC. And then it was one more. Erica says she don't have an LLC, and I've created one. So yeah, you can create a business page without the LLC. And if you decide you want to become an LLC, you just change your Google business name. It's not a big deal. They don't mind you changing your business name. First live with you all. Keep up the awesome work. Oh, thank you for doing it. I see you in my comments all the time.
You all are so amazing.
Yeah. So let's see. We'll do one more and then we're going to wrap up. Okay. So this has been a fantastic session. Thank you so much. I look forward to more of these. Yes. Okay. Well, we're going to think about that. We're looking forward to it too. And let's see. Two more. We're out. Let's see. Sandra says, if Google My Business gets you business, and you have a website, if no one really use it. Oh, no. People do.
I have a website.
Huh?
She said, why have a website if no one really uses it?
No, people do use websites, Sandra. I don't.
Yeah.
That's a huge misunderstanding.
Yeah.
I've heard that many times. I actually have a video on that too, I think. Okay, these are just a couple of rumors we're going to dispel really quick. You do need a website. You do need a Google My Business page. You do need business cards. You must market yourself. All of that is marketing. It's not outdated. You do need a phone. Everything is not text message, okay? And we'll take this last one. Thanks, ladies. I'm thinking of moving to South Carolina. What must I do to maintain my notary status? So if you're moving from a different state, then you have to reapply in that state. Yep. Your notary commission does not travel with you unless you're dual commissioned. So if I move to Florida, I have to become a notary in the state of Florida. And then even then, I can't use my Florida stamp in the state of Georgia. It's one state at a time. One state at a time. Well, we are going to have to wrap it up here, guys. It has definitely been our pleasure. Myself, along with Alexis from Mobile Notary Services by Alexis, and Angela from AJ Mobile Notary Services could not make it this evening. She was having some internet problems, but we will see you next Monday at 8 p.m. Okay? Until next time.
See you all. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at notaryeducatorsllc.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.